Well, hello there people from the internet, and welcome to some Heroes and Generals, a bit of World War II action. I was kind of in the mood for a bit of that, so I thought, why not, let's figure out who were the best snipers in World War II, the top 5 deadliest snipers of World War II. Now, I have no doubt at this stage that you probably watched a movie called Enemy at the Gate. Now, that came out in 2001, so that's a long time ago. You should be able to watch that easily these days if you haven't. It's a really good film if you want to learn a little bit more about how sniping worked in World War II, how the Soviet Union employed all the snipers, and how they had training schools, training everybody for half the year to make sure you're good marksmen. And altogether, it's just a really good film. You should give it a watch if you haven't already. So now let's go ahead and begin with the most deadly snipers of World War II, and we'll start off with number 5 is Vladimir Nikolaevich. He's credited with 456 kills, and his weapon of choice was obviously the Mosin Nagant. At number 4 we have another Nikolayevich, but this time around it's Ivan. He's credited with 489 kills. Now, unlike most other countries in World War II, the Soviet Union had sniper units that could include women. In 1942, after a half-a-year-long course, exclusively trained females to produce nearly 55,000 snipers by 1943. At the height of the war, it's estimated that there were over 2,000 women marksmen active in this role. Out of the 2,000 women-trained snipers, one of them stood out, and that is Lyudmila Pavlichenko. She's the most badass woman sniper in World War II. She's been credited with 309 enemy kills during the war. Coming in at number 3 is Nikolay Yakovlevich. Now, this guy is credited with 494 kills, and even though no movie in 2001 was made about him, was actually made about Vasily Zaitsev, which is credited with 225 kills at the Battle of Stalingrad, I think being credited with 494 kills, sometimes listed at 497 kills, is a far more deadly sniper than Jude Law was in Enemy of the Gate. Coming in at number 2 is Yvonne Sidorenko. During the Battle of 1941, the Battle of Moscow, he taught himself how to snipe and became renowned as a gunman with a deadly aim. Sidorenko went to become one of the Soviets' prime sniping weapons, and his country made good use of him both as an expert marksman and as a teacher. One of his most famous exploits saw him destroy a tank and 3 other vehicles using incendiary ammunition. And at number 1, he can only be the man that's known as the White Death, Simo H. He's been credited with 542 kills, but unconfirmed they are 705 because he also used a submachine gun. In November 1939, the Soviet Union was ready to invade Finland. An invasion force of more than 1 million men, thousands of tanks, hundreds of heavy guns were getting ready to flatten the Finns. Simo achieved all his kills despite being a brutal winter of temperatures of -20 and -30 by using the M28, which is a Finnish weapon, but that's a variant of the Russian Mosin Nagant. Incredibly, Simo never used the telescopic sight. He preferred to use the iron sights on his weapon because the telescopic sight could easily fog up in that kind of temperature, and the glare would give his position away to the enemy. Simo's reign of terror did eventually end by an exploding Russian bullet that blew half of his jaw off. Incredibly, he didn't die, and when he woke up from his coma, he found out that the Russians have retreated. Simo lived till the age of 96, and in a rare interview in 1998, when he was asked by the interviewer, "How did you become such a good marksman?" he simply replied, "Practice." Out of the top 10 snipers of World War II, 9 of them came from the Soviet Union, proving that the Soviet Union sniper school was undoubtedly one of the best in World War II. During World War II, the Soviet Union had more skilled snipers than any other country on Earth due to their ongoing training and development throughout the 1930s. While other nations dropped their specialist sniper team, the USSR could boast the world's best trained marksman. Stefan Vasilyevich Petrenko was high among the elite. His 422 confirmed kills are a testament to both individual marksmanship and the effectiveness of the Soviet training program. A few other worthy mentions of the best snipers of World War II. Stefan Petrenko is being credited with 422 kills. You have Vasily Ivanovich, who's been credited with also 422 kills. Fyodor Dyachenko is being credited with 425 kills. Fyodor Mateyevich, 429 kills, and Mikhail Ivanovich, credited with 437 kills. And that's it for me today. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the video. If you have, give it a thumbs up, post a comment, and I will see you in the next one.